Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I am so happy that you're here. Today I have my review of the Daisy Murakami fragrances for 2025/2026. They always put them out in December, like right at the very tail end of December, because they're supposed to be 2026, but then people count them as 2025. It gets a little confusing, I feel like. Anyway, it's taken me a while. I do these reviews every single year and just took me a little longer to get them because there's a price increase on these than in previous years. So this is what the bottles look like. They have it was a collaboration with the designer Murakami, and yeah, they're kind of cute. But the whole point of this is that it's a collaboration, and that's part of the reason why they are more expensive, because these are $130 this year, and they usually were like $102. So I'm going to review all of these. I've worn all of them finally, and I have some thoughts on them, but also just the collection as a whole. If you're interested in that, just keep watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I don't know if I have a Daisy playlist. I might have a Daisy playlist. If not, I should make one and I will have made one by the time this is put up. I have reviewed all of the Daisies over the years, both like by collection, but also by some of the yearly flankers. So I have a lot. I own a whole bunch of Marc Jacobs. They're the fragrances that I plan to buy every single year. So don't forget to watch that. Let me know if you've tried these, what your thoughts are on them and all that good stuff. Also, don't forget to hype this if you enjoyed it and share it with a friend if you think they might be interested. Right off the bat, I'm going to say I don't think these are worth it. They're definitely not worth the price increase because all of these, the only one that I have that is not damaged is the one that I picked up in store, and I lightly shook it in store to make sure that it wasn't broken. This one I ordered online from Macy's because you could only get this from Macy's. So if you got them in store, I think you have a better chance of them not becoming damaged than if you buy them through the mail. Let me show you the first one that I got. Yeah, that one, the leaf is completely gone. I tried to put this one back together, but they are on their last leg. There's more than one. It's over here. Yeah, I've been trying to stick them back in and trying to keep them as nice. Luckily, this one that I ordered from Sephora, I ordered early enough that I contacted customer service and they did send me a replacement, which is great. So I have two of the pink bottle. There you go. There's the front. But this was the worst of the bottles where they were actually just completely off. There's the petal. I was looking all over for the petal. So there's the other petal. I tried to stick it on there so that it kind of looks, but I will be using this one. But why are these not as good quality when they are more expensive? These are supposed to be collector's items because they are a collaboration with a designer. So the whole point of it is that the design is the focal point. And you're giving me hard plastic that breaks. Because this is not the only one where the petals are coming off. The other ones are fine. They seem to be okay. But yes, so we have that one. I just nicked them together and did a little damage to my yellow, unfortunately. So yes, I have petals on this one. Let's see. I think that might be the only one. Is that the only one that's wiggly? I don't want to wiggle them too much. But since this one wasn't broken all the way off, and I used my Sephora Rouge Reward on this one because the price increase was absolutely insane on these, and it took me a lot longer. I was saving up points. Not so much, I've had a lot of points saved up at Sephora, I should say, but trying to get those Rouge Rewards is very difficult. You have to be right online when they go, but sometimes like they say they're right at this time, but then they're not quite at that time. Anyway, yes, so it took me longer, but since this one wasn't completely broken off, and also since I used my Rouge Reward and they don't offer refunds or exchanges with the things you buy with your Rouge Reward, it was kind of a gamble, but there wasn't any of the yellow around me, so I couldn't just go in. Also, I'm at my parents' and there's not really a lot of close, like we're far enough out that it's quite a journey to like get out. It's not like when I'm going to work and I'm passing by stores and stuff on the regular. So yes, that's what happened with my yellow one. The green one is the only one I went in store to get. And once again, I did use my Rouge Reward, but I knew that they had it and it wasn't currently in stock on their website. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go into my local store. I'm going to pick it up. He is fine. No wiggles on this one at all. So these are not ones you want to travel with either because they will break. So I was happy about that one, but even my Macy's one, and Macy's customer service, especially in the beauty side, like when you're trying to do anything with the beauty side, is terrible. I fought for so many years with the beauty box, with issues with it, missing certificates or certificates that came saying they had already been used and all of that, or orders that were canceled when I used a certificate and then I was like, hey, I should get this back, and yeah. Anyway, yeah, this one you can maybe see. So he has damage to his same two, to his petals as well. So I did not contact Macy's about this one. This is the one that I paid the most for because I got this, I think, during one of the 15% off sales. And of course, when they do the 15% off sales, they don't qualify for the free gifts because these are always just under whatever the free gift threshold is if you're buying online. But my store did not have any of this one left, and Macy's are getting harder and harder to find, which is kind of funny that they did a Macy's exclusive, at least here in the States. Let me know if you are in other countries and if the blue is available in other countries. But that's kind of the rundown of that. So this one, 15% off of that $130, really expensive. These two I got for $30 each because I did have these Rouge Reward points for $100 off. So that helped those a lot. I wanted to use Ulta, but they disappeared from Ulta quite quickly. And once they disappear from Ulta's website, you can't tell if they have them in store. And I wasn't going to try to go store to store. And then this one, I did not quite pay as much. This one I got for $92 because they had a glitch for a short time at Sephora, and like right when they came out, and they had them listed at $92, which was kind of like the standard price for many years. Anyway, I hope they don't do this again. That I have rambled for so long. Probably cut out a little bit here and there about this, but yeah, that's where I am with all of them and why I don't think they're worth it unless you can go in store and pick them up. All right, let's talk about the scents. The green one has a different couple of perfumers than the others because most of these have been done by Alberto Morales over the years, and many of these are the same, but this one is a little different. This one in store, my first impression, I was like, I don't think I like the green or the yellow. I got to smell them very briefly in December when I was picking up something in Ulta, and I just kind of ran through and I saw them, but I was on my way to the hospital. So I was like, I'm not going to stop and really test them out too much. So our creators are Sonia Constant and Adriana Medina Baez. And top note is banana, middle note is jasmine, and base notes are vanilla and amber. This one, I liked how it performed on the skin more so than on the test script. I get the banana a little bit more, the jasmine a little bit less. It smells a little green, a little, I don't want to say synthetic, but there's like something that's cutting in there that I don't enjoy on the test strip, but when I wore it, I enjoyed it much more. Now, in terms of wear time, these don't have a great longevity. That's what I usually find with them. So maybe about 3 hours or so, I could still smell it, and it was still a skin scent before it kind of just disappeared around hour 4. I don't think I could smell it at all after that. So a little disappointing in that, but it kind of feels like a daisy. There's a little bit of a hint of the daisy DNA in here. but is it my favorite? No, it is not my favorite of the line. But if you like a banana, like a green banana kind of a scent, you might like this one. And yeah, I'm taking off the lids because I don't want to damage them any further. So next up we have Murakami Pink. And this is the sweetest flanker of Daisy I have ever smelled in my life. This is once again by Alberto Morales. The notes are coconut, peony, and praline. I don't know. I guess it's the peony that I'm smelling in there. It still smells fruity. I do feel like this fits in very well with the Daisy line. That peony kind of really lends itself to it. But when I sprayed this, I went, whoa, this is way sweeter than I'm used to in terms of Daisy fragrances. And it is very pretty. I do feel like I would wear this quite a bit. It has a little sharpness. The next sweetest one I want to say is Daisy 2012. Sunshine, the one from 2012, because they did Sunshine twice. But that is a more like mellow sweetness. Almost, I want to say like osmanthus, a little bit leaning that direction. It's been a while since I've worn it. I actually did wear all of my just daisies back in May. So we're filming this in the beginning of July. It's been a little bit. And it was the first one I wore because it's the first of the yearly flankers. I do like this one. I can see myself wearing it. It's a nice summer one. And honestly, if I was going to end up with 2 bottles of one, this is probably a good one for me personally because it is the sweetest. I feel like I can wear this in the summer. This feels the most summery to me. I feel like the green is summery too. But this one definitely has a sweetness to it, almost like a berryness. I feel like there's a berry in there somewhere. So that's Murakami Pink. Then we have Murakami Yellow. And Murakami Yellow is also by Alberto Morales. This one has a lot more notes. So top notes are kumquat, mandarin, grapefruit, and pink pepper. Middle notes are gardenia, strawberry, rose, and raspberry. Base notes are cedarwood and praline. I think it's really interesting that they give some of these more notes than others. This one, especially on first sniff, least favorite of them all, which is part of the reason why I picked this one up last. I did enjoy it on the skin though. Same thing with the green. There's a little like cutting note to it that I don't love. It's almost like a noxious weed smell, if that makes any sense. I get that a little bit with the green and a little bit, or more so with the yellow. I did enjoy wearing it though. It lasted, I should have talked about longevity on the pink. This one lasted a little bit longer than the green. I feel like green, just maybe because it's a little bit more mellow than these ones. This one has a lot of sharpness to it. I wonder if it's the kumquat that's making it have that kind of sharpness to it. Could be. I've never tried a kumquat. I wonder how they taste. Anyway, this one, about the same longevity. Daisies are not known for their longevity. I would say maybe an hour or more, so like 4 hours, you could still kind of get it as a scent if you were like trying to smell it. But by hour 5, it is definitely completely gone. Same with the pink. I would say the longevity for the pink is about the same length, but that's Murakami Yellow. Last up is Murakami Blue, and the blue, like I said, was at least here in the States, an exclusive with Macy's. This to me is the most classic Daisy of all of the scents. Oh, it smells so good. So once again, Alberto Morales. The notes are apple, pear, and orange. Middle notes are rose, peony, lychee, and raspberry, and geranium. Sorry, one more. Base notes are musk, amberwood, and praline. And I think because this is the most daisy of all of the Murakami line, it's kind of my favorite. I feel like longevity is maybe not quite as long as the yellow, and maybe the yellow, because it's my least favorite, spoiler, least favorite, I could smell it a little bit more because it was irritating me just slightly, because while I enjoyed it, I didn't love it, if that makes sense. Part of the reason why I went on my journey to wear all of the daisies in May was I swear this smells like something I already own in my collection. Can I figure out what it is? No. That is the problem when you own so many fragrances, but I swear this is something similar. Maybe it's something similar to a Daisy Dream or a Daisy Love. I don't think it was one of the Daisy Oh So Fresh. I don't feel like it is. I could wear those, but that would take me months to try out and wear every single one for a day. And that took me, over 2 weeks to do that just for the daisies. And I was wearing the Murakamis as well during that experiment. I do like this one. So if I had to rank them, I'd probably rank the blue as the closest to other daisies in my collection. It's probably my favorite. Then I would probably rank the pink, even though it is the sweetest of all of the daisy flankers thus far. Definitely sweetest. So if you like them because they're not overly sweet, this one is gonna kind of hit you in the face. I'd say the green is my third favorite, and my least favorite is the yellow. So that is it for the Murakamis. Do I think they're worth it? Not especially. I feel like this I don't mind the scents, and I know we buy perfumes for different reasons. I buy perfumes, specifically this line, for the bottles, and there are several Marc Jacobs fragrances that I'm not in love with, but I love the bottles, so I ended up buying them. I think they can be worth it, but I am very disappointed in the price increase, especially with the quality of the bottles going down, that they arrive broken, when the big selling point of this was a collaboration with a designer, an artist. I'm not 100% sure who Murakami is. Japanese artist, so I guess he's not a designer. And I probably called him a designer earlier, and people are probably leaving me angry comments. Sorry. But as a collector of daisies, they're okay. I do like the blue. Like I said, I will wear them and I will enjoy them occasionally, kind of like I do with my flankers. I usually use kind of sparingly because they're fun, but I don't want to use them up because I will never find them again. And I like having that collection. So anyway, that's kind of my 2 cents on it. I was disappointed that 3 of my bottles came slightly or more than slightly damaged. And yeah, it's a little frustrating. Anyway, let me know if you've tried these, what your thoughts are on them, what your favorite daisy flanker is, if you have one. And I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time. Bye.